a bit. I can come under with the radial bone or the ulna and rotate. But in every case, what I do not do is I do not bend from the back like this. I'm always looking to delay or enforce motivated upward motion here while coming underneath with my head. So my legs want to be varied. Most people do this, and that's fine. I normally, the real key for me is to stutter the legs a little bit. So I'm either, if I was in a lead grip, I might switch them, or I might just launch off my back foot. I don't want to come under. I also like to start with my head tight, because if my head's tight, there's no risk of miscalibration. If I start here and I start to go under and he moves, you get guys hitting themselves, and I once had somebody knock themselves out by headbutting my shoulder. I just told my guys it was cheap. He said, you need to keep your head in tight. I like to also grind, because in that position I can start to play with depth, height, and width, all at the same time. And then I drive them. I get to this position. Now, some people rush this. They go as deep as they can. In actual fact, having that nice and tight with the bone will give you very good adhesion and help you keep this arm more present. Because he's going to try to rip that out as fast as he can. So what I want to do is I want to block that path either with my arm or with a hit. When I hit, particularly for this, because my arm is here, I try to hit in a way that wants to turn up to the mouth. And that's the real key. If you can take that little bit of breath, then you get into that position. His back will fail, right? Even with a thumb, but it's light. Nice, comfortable shot. You don't need a big motion. You can just hear. But if I hit towards me, it motivates rotation. And rotation motivates this kind of slipping down. If I hit down, it educates an escape as well. It helps him. So I like to jam it in and up, like I would with a knife. If I took his skin, I wouldn't want to pinch it downward. It comes out. I want to pinch him upward. That makes him go deeper. That's what I want. So same thing with the hit. In, up like that, right in the bone. Knee hold. That's a good one. So that's my favorite. I would slip under. It's up to you. Fascia, punch. If you do punch it, just don't have your head here, right? So bring it up, slip under, push or hit, up to you. Get him in that position. It's up to you. Some guys rush to do this, and they lose their balance. I normally just take him down, and I walk. And I want him to be very, very semi-conscious when he touches the ground, right? For the first 3 or 4 seconds. I won't look. All right. Oh, bam! So here, and then right away into that. You do not need to rush this, guys. A lot of guys rush that. I'll keep it here because this hand can protect, cover, restrain, buckle the hips, buckle the back. I can do all sorts of things here. I can be nice and soft. I should have a good structure the whole way. I don't want to do this. And go down face first. Easy breezy. Let's hit each other, then choke each other. Just like a...
Try to come all the way down. It works much. So now you're not going to step fully in. You're grinding. And my arm moves. My arm is going long. There's no attack. So hook it and don't move your arm. Strong. So that's kind of keep buckles as I go in. You're right and you're left. I like it, yeah. And sometimes if I'm here, like you can hit forward. Whoa. Nope. I know.
Things we can do. A lot of people do this. They hang like this. Again, power coming out of my wrist, and that's soft like a pillow. Dump your cup out, just like when you were doing this work. Get your bone in and hang into the bone. That's what I want. So even if I have to do this, it's good, right? In that position, what do I need in order to choke him? Where do I need to have the pressure?
2 sides.
One artery or both?
Both.
You gotta have both. This shoulder controls his arm. So sometimes we think we can only get on the ground, but the easiest way is inflate your chest, come in, and up under the jaw. Like that. Oh, you hear that? It's called a throat fart. Very good. It smells better. So, right in that position. Then I have choices. If I don't want to go to the ground with this, take this backhand and sweep away his face. And then we're back in this control. Whatever it is we worship. Yeah? Does that make sense? That's delicious. Can I borrow somebody?
Yeah.
He's already pre-dented from this morning, yeah? So again, you've done whatever it is you need to do. You're picking uppercuts, you're drilling. Wow, we get here. So if this is tight, there's a good choke right here. Yeah? It's occupying, moving them always back. I go down and it's one last choke. Switch. Side control, that's a head bounce. Boom, boom, by accident, of course. I can migrate to the north. Whatever I want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Enjoy! We've acquired this. Woo! We went there. Can I ask you something? Bam! We get him down into that position. So let's say we've done that. We've done the separation. We want him on his belly. How many different ways can I get him on his belly? Start with the nose. Nose to the floor. That's the easiest. From here, I'll usually go for control. So I'm just going to tell you my preference. I usually default to my my north head scissor. And then if I want to get him on his belly, I go over. And then I work here. But better without hands, eh? Let's say you're here and you don't like that. Let's say you're in this position, you've put him down, you've separated. I can work with my knees. Knee on the scapula, knee here. And the key there is you want to make sure there's time for his hand to come out. If your hand is all the way underneath, put it underneath. Yeah. If his arm is stuck underneath like that and I go too fast, he can hurt himself. So I go slowly and I slowly apply this pressure. And then it's up to you how you work. The key to this lock, 45 degrees up is good, but it's 45 degrees forward that does the completion. Before you get the dislocation. A lot of guys are flexible, and so when if you just keep going up, yeah, but watch. Past 45, he's big, he thinks he's stiff, but he's capable. But if I go here, and right there, that's where everybody dislocates. So it's 45 up, 45 forward. If I can do 50, 60, 80, 90, don't. Because you're going to lose. You see guys getting all the way up and leaning, and then he's going to slip out. Right here. If I was lower, I would put my full weight, but he had a hard morning. So I'm just going to, I can use my legs. Again, 45 up, 45 forward. You won't make it. Well, you will, but there's a noise before. Yeah? There's two noises. The second one's screaming. Yeah? Right there. Does that make sense? So I use my knees on his face or my knees on his shoulder. Yeah? Want to try that one for a little bit?
Take it, I'll take it. Yeah.
I'll eat it. I'll just go to the...
So, yeah, exactly. Very nice. I'd keep him there. Yeah, if you control.
Beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
And then massage.
Then massage. You don't need to rush necessarily. You can get adhesion right away here. But I think of my body pushing his shoulder, and a lot of guys think of stepping, but I lose a lot of balance. So what I focus on is I just focus on stirring him, and I keep this. So then if I don't want to choke him there, I can separate and control the head, which is one of my chosen methods. Next I'm going to show you keeping the choke. You don't have to rush it. This alone can choke him, that's fine. And all I want to do, again, when you're trying to take him down, I want to move forward, but I don't want to start doing this. Using my balance while he maintains his. I will literally imagine I'm in a rock climbing harness and I'm going around the side of the building. I literally just look us up. Put him down, right? And then I get him here. So if this now is not deep enough, I have to make it deeper. So I take my free hand, I lift his head, I go as deep as I can. Number two, I want to lock that as high as I can. Don't just go on the bicep. Look how much space there is. The space, climb it up, and then I whip this up here. I can block the face for suffocation, just extra, and then I lean. That's good. If I need more,
or my hand is busy, put my knee on the chest or as high as it'll go. And your brain explodes inside your heart. Make sense? Yeah, you look confused, you gotta feel. Alright, look at this. Right, stay standing, I'll do it from here. Boom! So you got him like that. Oh, however I want to pull him. Nice and soft. I'm going to slam him down, but watch him protect his head. See that? Nice and deep. Lock it high. Elbows want to touch. Then I lean. It's a good sound. If I go here, and he'll go. Nice. Try it out. Oh. You forget to use your mouth. Yeah. Super easy. You know,
Thank you for wiping my nose.
So what? No, you can do this. I won't use that arm. I won't use that arm. No, on your knees, yeah. So you can practice doing it from any position. If I have the scissor, I obviously have good control of him, so I can pull that away and acquire that here. Right? So same deal. I cover the face, and then I stretch him into the choke. If I had to roll him, would I roll him towards his free arm or towards the trapped arm? So I'm here. Will I have more weight on him or behind the tricep? Would I have more weight behind the tricep or with my knee on his heart? That was him go, yeah, so that's a very simple one. So I can train it. Ideally, the guard is the place to get it, but I could be in any position. I could be in like a crappy angle and sometimes still be able to get it. Or even from the ball. Right? And then from here, you can run out to the side and crank here. All sorts of places. But once you're in that position, massaging the gummy thing, right there, and just relax. If I want to stop him from moving, I go over and seek for this. If it's not there, I can turn this way. Anything that keeps him busy makes his life worse. So practice seeing if you get it from the bottom. Oftentimes, you can get it anywhere. If you're a grappler, for example, so you're on your back, right? One I use all the time, just because as soon as you start, people pass the guard like this. If you're already there, already have it. You can do it anywhere. You should look for it all the time. It gives you an arm. He always has a head. Put them together. Squeeze. Make away from you. Hopefully he passes out. Always comes through. Short term. Easy breezy. So from the bottom, he's on his back. That's the easiest way if you're not familiar with the ground. You can go to a baseball bat grip, grab my wrist, and you pull it. Just don't punch yourself in the face. That's your fault, right? You pull it, you put it on your shoulder like a rocket launcher, hug my neck, squeeze. Go, more. It's good, yeah? That's what you want. You should feel it. It's like a vacation. It's cheap. You got a little... Try it out. Your right arm in as deep as it'll go. Yeah. And try to bring it up to your shoulder if you can. Yeah. And now you're going to grab that. Now squeeze your elbows together like... Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. There it is. And now straighten your hips so it pushes hips away. Traction. That's right. Then you hold on to it for 10 or 15. Whenever somebody thinks, it's only a crank, I say hold on to it. Count back to 15. See if it is. Maybe it's also a choke. Yeah? Because when you hold it, even at half capacity, you start to talk. During demos, people pass out. I have learned this. Yeah? So you just got to be heavy. You don't want to be too tense. You want to put that in deeply. You get dry mouth. Yeah. And I do that maybe after he's trying to salivate his lips. And that's all. And that's my favorite standing escort. I walk the person back to the door, and my hands are available. So you hope it's a push door, because you use his head and you go, and you open it. That happens a lot, yeah? So, let's say I don't want to choke him or it's not working. Without really changing anything, I want to get my hips close to the center of the radius, protects my groin, and it also makes it faster to turn. Boom, and then I do your rear arms. Then I can take down. Can you still choke from this position? Stand right, deep here. Look. Now the key here, there's not a lot of problem bringing his arm down.
But getting the pressure on his other artery means I got to drop this elbow, raise that one. Oh yes, you can feel it in the ankles. Stick your pocket. That's what I want. I can also put weight on him, so his hands are busy, and then just lift my knees and hang it. That's what we do. It's Morse code. So does that make sense? It's pretty simple. Woo! So you're in that position. It was working, but he needs you in the groin. Oh, you went here, you went no. So you rub it better on his leg. Well, to get to that position. If you can't close it to bring it down for a choke, when we open the harness, go for hooks. So a lot of guys want to try to do stuff here, it's okay, but I usually just go here. Because even with that, you have good control. Just from hanging on his deltoid and being yourself, hanging out. This one can go here. This one can go here, 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 whatever you want. Yeah, here, anything. But that's all I need. And I can control his head. Go back to all those positions. I'm saying, you know what? I need like him. And then go. So let's try migrating. Oh, hip is broken. Try migrating from a head and arm to a harness. Take him down. Just going around him like a squirrel with rabies. This will work, this will work. And now that left one comes back and you squeeze your elbow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This one leg. Jack. This one to 3 4.
Yep.
Then to his artery.
Yep.
Bicep.
Yep. And another option. Let's say you're there. Let's say you're there and so you're not long, you're small or whatever. I can always get this artery, so I can go here. That, and now I have a V there. So I pull where I walk, and then I just hang out. And if you're there long enough, I'll just start to squeeze. But usually the figure 4 is the best, because when I'm here, if I lock here, it's even better. Because now I'm tight here, and I just, it's nice and soft. Put him down, but it's not really choking, you're hanging out, and you're controlling him, you're keeping him there, but you decide, man, I want to get him on his belly. What could I do with his legs to motivate him going on his belly? Watch. If I go between them, and I start to push them like this, and I get them apart, this can sometimes help get rid of his hips. I can work them. This, right? And stay pretty much on his back, and now he's already, see, I'm just guiding him on his belly. So I can get him with the head in there. If I'm having trouble with those ideas, where I could even drive my knee, I say I can't get his bottom leg, it's too far up, I can switch but very tight, and just stay here in a half Nelson. Half Nelson's fantastic. This is the only arm I'm missing, so if I start to put pressure, I can glare at the right, and I can grind his face on the ground a bit, and he's on the belly again. There's lots of ways of getting it. Here, I could do the vice. Put all the weight on the head. Take the hand up. Right? I can go behind here and drive that up. There's lots of ways, because sometimes you're so exhausted, you're just going to be on the guy. You can't get up. It's really cold outside. You're out of breath. You're in the snow, for example. Back home, that happens a lot. He's your third guy. You can barely get him down. So there's lots of places you can work from there. Some of us, when we get down, we're afraid of the fall, so we're losing the grip. And then when we come back, we're coming back on top. That's okay too, right? I'll show you a very simple drill to teach it. If I'm mounted, choke would occur here. That's where I go for a choke. But if the arm is under, like that, I just want to make sure it's as close, his elbow is as close to his shoulder as possible, perpendicular. And then all I do is go here. So we refer to these as chest locks. Watch, I'm barely going to squeeze. Very light. He can't breathe well, so I can do it softly. Can't bite well. He's only got his left hand to hit. I can lean on it, keep it busy. I can come up with my leg if I need to. And I can do also, I can crank the neck. But usually all I do is put my chest into his arm. Take it off. You come back, and now you go pubis to the floor. That can't really bother you, and you squeeze it. 4 or 5. And then, if you're in this position, let's say you want something else, you can migrate that into a face lock and go back here for an arm lock. So especially for Matt. Very nice.
So did you feel it in the neck? If I do it with you, no.
So that's choke.
Escape.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, very good. Yep. Yep. And if you can't reach this one, you can go here and grab his collar. So you're stuck here, come up and grab. A good one, if, let's say, just in case you're tired, he's got the choke, it's not mad, not an escape, it's a delay. If I can, I try to screw my arm, see he's shorter than me, but I can still reach here. And I put my thumb inside. So watch, squeeze here, he's gonna get tight, squeeze, crush me. That's about all I have, right? Now, I'll let you even start squeezing. I'll try to peel, I'll get this inside. And then I hang out, squeeze like mental. And now I have a gap. And he feels it. He feels my bone. And look, it's half of, you see one artery, but not the other one so much. And so now, this gives me leverage. So then I can start to work and shoulder and face and whatever. That's a good one too if you need a delay. Very good.